Have you ever used an app that looked absolutely incredible but was just impossible to figure out? Or what about a website that works perfectly fine, but man, is it ugly? This is the classic tug-of-war in design, right? The battle between how something looks and how it actually works. So, where do we draw the line?
And yeah, that really is the big question, isn't it? When you're designing anything, from a simple coffee maker to a super complex app, are you forced to pick a side? Is it all about that beautiful first impression? Or is it about creating a totally seamless, functional experience? Do we have to choose? We have all been on both ends of this spectrum. On one side, you've got that stunning, high-fashion website with these gorgeous, huge images, and you're just clicking around, totally lost, trying to find the contact page. And on the other side, you've got, say, the government website for renewing your driver's license. It gets the job done, sure, but it's not exactly something you'd call inspiring. So to really get to the heart of this, let's break it down. We need to get on the same page about what we even mean when we say aesthetics and usability. Okay, so aesthetics. This is all about the senses. It's the stuff you see, right? The colors, the fonts. But it's way more than that. Think about the satisfying clunk of a luxury car door closing, or the smooth, cool feel of a well-made desk. It's the part of design that gives you that immediate gut feeling, that emotional connection. Now, usability, that's all about function. How easy is it to do what you came to do? Does it just make sense without a manual? Can you get your task done efficiently without wanting to throw your computer out the window? This is the brains of the whole operation. Okay, so let's put them head to head. Aesthetics. Its whole focus is visual appeal, trying to create that emotional connection. Its goal is to delight you. Usability? Totally different. It's all about ease of use, getting things done efficiently. Its goal is to empower you. And at first glance, yeah, these two things feel like they're in a total fight with each other.
All right, so let's take a walk down one path. What happens when a design team just goes all in on looks? This is that aesthetics first world.
I mean, you can't deny the power of a beautiful design. It makes a brand totally stand out in a crowded market. It hits you right in the feels, you know? And honestly, it can even make something feel more expensive or more valuable just based on how it looks.
But of course, there's a downside. When you put form way ahead of function, you start leaving people behind. The design might not be accessible to everyone. It can be a pain to learn how to use. And let's be real, if it doesn't actually work, that initial wow factor turns into pure frustration fast.
Okay, so let's flip the script. What about that usability first philosophy, where function is absolutely everything?
And the upsides here are super obvious. When something is easy to use, more people can use it. It makes you faster, more productive, and it builds trust. I mean, think about Craigslist. It looks basically the same as it did 20 years ago. Why? Because its raw, no-frills functionality is exactly what its users need. People keep coming back because it just works.
The problem, though, well, it can be kind of boring. A purely functional design can feel pretty bland, even ugly. It's tough to build a memorable brand when you look just like every other basic tool out there. And if it's too bare bones, you might not connect with the user at all.
So, it feels like we're stuck, right? A choice between beauty and brains. But what if we've been thinking about good looks all wrong? What if there's more to it than just what's on the surface?
And this is where things get really interesting. This brings us to a way deeper way to think about all of this. Instead of just beauty, let's start talking about pleasure, because it turns out there are actually 4 different kinds of pleasure we can get from a great design.
And here they are: physical, social, psychological, and ideological. Now, this framework completely changes the game. It's not a simple tug of war anymore. It's about hitting multiple targets.
First up, we've got physical pleasure. This is the one we all think of first, right? The classic idea of aesthetics. It's all about what our senses tell us. That silky smooth feel of a phone screen, the super satisfying click of a button, or just a really clean, beautiful layout. Okay, next is social pleasure. This is all about how a product helps us feel like we belong. It's about identity, status, community. Using a certain brand of phone or wearing a specific type of sneaker can be a signal that you're part of a tribe, that you share certain values.
All right, now this is the big one. Number 3, psychological pleasure. This is that feeling of being smart, capable, empowered. And where does that come from? It comes from a design that is easy to use. Do you see? Usability isn't the enemy of aesthetics. It's actually a type of aesthetic pleasure. That feeling of, I got this, because an app is so intuitive, that is deeply pleasurable.
And last but not least, we have ideological pleasure. This is the good feeling we get when a product lines up with our core beliefs. You know, choosing a product made from recycled materials, or supporting a company that has ethical practices, that connects with our values, and it feels really good.
Okay, so we have this new framework. How does this help us find that so-called perfect balance we were looking for?
Well, here's the big reveal. The best designs don't just balance usability against how pretty something looks. No. They see usability as a key part of that psychological pleasure, and then they weave in the other pleasures around it, the physical, the social, the ideological. I mean, Apple's iOS is a perfect example. It's famously easy to use. That's your psychological pleasure right there. And it has that clean, distinct look and feel. That's the physical pleasure.
But at the end of the day, there's no magic formula here. The right balance is always going to depend on a few things: what the user actually needs, what the brand is trying to be, and just the context of it all. An app for managing your health records is going to strike a very different balance than a website for a luxury car, right?
So, here's a little homework for you. Think about your absolute favorite product. It could be your phone, your favorite chair, whatever. And ask yourself, which of these 4 pleasures is it giving you? Is it just one? Or is it a brilliant mix of all 4? You might be surprised by what you find.